Good afternoon, it's Seconder Scott Von Helt from HolisticMusician.com here to share today's bowl of Saki by Hazrat Night Khan for April the 9th. Things are worthwhile when we seek them. Only then do we know their value. Things are worthwhile while we seek them. Only then do we know their value. So a couple of thoughts came to mind when I read this today. Things are worthwhile when we seek them. That particular thing for me kind of alludes to it's the journey, it's the seeking that really draws you closer to what you want. And what you want might not always be the end result or the goal. It might not always be what you sought. But you can seek something, and then when you get to that point where you reach that thing, you might say, oh, this is good, but it's not enough, and then you have a new goal, and you set that new goal, and then you seek for that. And it's the whole process of that seeking to find the goal, to reach the goal, that really builds your character, that really transforms your spirit, those types of things. So that's what kind of came to me from this first thing. Things are worthwhile when we seek them. Only then do we know their value. So when something has value, it's part of the pursuit of that really makes it valuable. So, I can give an example. Right now I'm really into hawks. I've been, really having all these, hawk encounters when I've been out on hikes, and some that I feel are very kind of revelatory in nature, like, just watching the way the hawk flies or the different patterns that they do kind of tells me a little bit about where I should go with my own life. So kind of like a little spirit messenger thing going on there with them, with me. And, just other encounters too, that have really given me this like increased interest in hawks, to where now I really want to pursue falconry. But it's something that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of expense, and it's something that I have to be ready for, to really take on that responsibility. And I'm getting there. I've been really, studying for about a year now, pretty diligently studying, the art of falconry, taking the, reading all the materials for the written tests and all that. But it's one of those things where, when I finally get to that point and I have the hawk and things like that, it might not be quite as exciting as what I thought it led up to, because it'll be like, oh, this is what it is, or what, I don't know. So I'm really trying to research and learn and, seek out people that can give me a little taste of that experience too, and that's really important when you go into different endeavors, especially something that detailed and that in-depth. You're caring for another being, and really responsible for that well-being of that creature. So there's a lot involved. But anyway, my point for bringing that up is that it's one of those things that I'm seeking, and in the process of the seeking, I'm learning some really amazing things. I'm learning a lot about their nature, how they raise their young. When their young starts to branch out and do other things, it's just all these different experiences that I'm getting just from the education and the learning of it, and then watching documentaries and things like that, and learning about people in other cultures and how they use birds and falcons and raptors, and it's fascinating. So just the experience that I'm getting right now is opening something so much more than just the idea of I would like to do falconry, so all of that leading up to all that seeking is really unfolding something and really showing me a value in it, because I'm getting really valuable knowledge and experience, and I'm learning more how to be more in touch with nature, how to really see God in all creatures through this love of hawks, So I'm trying to really value the seeking and the experience of it, so I can really relate to this particular phrase. Things are worthwhile when we seek them. Only then do we know their value. Just wanting something, something comes up, and somebody else has got a cool guitar, or somebody has a leather jacket or pair of shoes that you liked in high school and you wanted it real bad, that kind of thing. It might have a little value to it, but it's really not of any value, because it's not something that really came from the heart. It's not something that you were seeking and trying to find and had a goal to reach out and find that thing. And it's much like that with your spiritual life too. When you really reach for that divine light, that divine guidance, when you really want to have that life of experiencing something much farther beyond yourself, you have to seek it. And it's in that seeking and in that working towards that goal, in that remembrance, in all those acts of meditation and prayer, that really bring you the real worth, the real value is all in that. If you just, walked up a hill and you were at the goal, you're there. But it's the going through the valleys and the peaks and the hills and the ups and the downs and around corners and around the dangers and, getting through those things and then seeing the beauty in things. All of that just opens up so much more to the experience of the seeking, and that's where the true value lies. So just a couple thoughts that came to mind to me today with the bowl of Saki, and appreciate everybody checking these out. Got a lot more things to come in the coming months, so keep posted. Appreciate everybody checking these out, liking and sharing these. You can get more bowl of Saki at my website, holisticmusician.com, or over at the YouTube page for Holistic Musician, and we'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Thanks.